From teams who expect to be dancing come March to a couple on the bubble, BYU and Arizona State are right there in the mix, and they both got much-needed wins this past week. Now, you want to start off with BYU, right? They had a tough start to conference play. The Cougars have now won 4 of their last 5 games, though, and 14-6 on the season. King, you were there. Their last 2 games. Most importantly, that win at home against Baylor on Tuesday. Let's start with that. What did you see from BYU that you liked?
Well, first and foremost, they are extremely hard to play against when they are on their home floor. They have one of the best home court advantages that I didn't realize until I was there in person. 18,000 deep. There's not an empty seat. I mean, this past Tuesday, Cannon Catchings went absolutely bonkers against Baylor. He had a really good performance, but I've been so impressed with Yegor Demon. I mean, 15 points per game in the last 2 games, the way that he is scoring it better, the way that he is able to dish it out. We always knew he was a great passer, but his passing has really stood out. And their 2-3 zone is something that is very, very underrated and not talked about enough. It is hard to play against when you have Yegor Demon at the top along with Richie Saunders, or you put Mag at the top. That's 2 guys who are about 6'6", 6'7", with a lot of length, and their arms make it hard for you to really see around them. It's very reminiscent of what we saw at Syracuse with Jim Boeheim and how long his teams were. That defense is hard to play against, and they're starting to make shots. BYU can be dangerous. They're old, they're experienced, and they have 2 first-round draft picks. That's the recipe for a good team.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Catchings is also phenomenal for BYU. Now, they've outscored their opponents in their last 4 wins by an average of 16 points a game. Where is all that coming from?
Well, it's a plethora of people. I mean, you look at Richie Saunders, a guy who was extremely underrated. He can go off for any night. Trevin Nail, the way that he shoots the ball from deep, 84% of his shots are jumpers, but the way that he can knock it down and be so dangerous. Yegor is scoring it better. His past 2 performances have been the best offensive situations he's been in since he's got back from injury. Cannon Catchings, I mean, he had a game of his lifetime. 23 points, 8 for 8 from the field, not missing a shot. You probably won't see that too often. However, if he can give you about 10 to 15 a game and shoot it the way that he shot it from deep and defend the way he's been defending, man, this team right here is absolutely dangerous.
32 scouts at the Marriott Center during that game Tuesday night to see VJ Edgecombe, of course, and Rob Wright and the guys we just talked about. Arizona State went to Colorado this week and came away with a gutty 70-68 victory, and they did it without some of their key players. Jaden Quaintance, a freshman sensation, just 17 and a half years old. He is out with a foot injury. And BJ Freeman, who's been their scoring machine, was injured just 4 minutes into the game. He did not return. You see Freeman right there.
Yeah, Freeman leads the team in scoring with 13 points per game. But when players are hurt, the team needs to step up. And Adam Miller did that. 18 points, 4 rebounds in 39 minutes. Sean Phillips, 13 points, 9 rebounds, blocked the potential game-winning layup with 8 seconds remaining.
I'm going down a dark alley. I'll take Sean Williams. I'll take you after him. But that guy is a nasty dude. Arizona State has won 2 of their last 3 games, but at 12-8, they're going to have to pick up some ground. How do they keep this momentum going?
It's very, very simple. They have to get healthy. They need Sandin back. They need Quaintance back. When they're healthy, they're a good team, but they have to get healthy.
Yeah, getting healthy is the hardest part. We talked about Freeman. Coach said he was walking fine in the locker room after the game, so Bobby Hurley obviously hoping to get him back.